Thank you for joining me here again on the Survive to Farm series. It's episode 13 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, survivors, it's January 1, the snow has been honking down all night and I have just been visited. I had a visitation from Cletus, Miss Abigail's son. They are deeply concerned about Derek. He went out late yesterday. Now we know yesterday I was cutting some trees and stuff, the snow started and I said we need to get ourselves kind of sorted out. Was that the day before? Anyway, it was, wasn't it? And he hasn't come back, so that's been overnight, so he's missing. I've got a general idea of where he went, the direction he was heading, so we're going to head out and see if we can find him. I don't know how this is going to work out. Firewood, I bought another pallet over. I have got firewood and tomatoes and stuff to deliver. The firewood is, that's the I say money spinner, you know what I mean? It's our bargaining chips, whatever it is we're going to be using. As you can see, that's 2 days worth piled up. The logs I bought over. Oh, did I not? I've just suddenly realised I think I might have got rid of the clip. Anyway, the tree that I took some over to the sawmill, Miller's sawmill. The rest of the tree I got to keep, so I bought that over and put it in, but that's all run through now. So we've got 340 litres of firewood in the production, but we've run out. So that's where we're at. That's going to need to be delivered. But we need to... Actually, no, I'm just thinking. 2 birds, 1 stone. I know, as soon as I've got the stuff in there already. Let's grab the shovel. I've been using that to move some snow. It actually works really well, and saying that, that's probably not a bad idea. Let's put that... down the side. Will that hold? Let's do one of those straps. That should stay in place. Maybe the one next to it. There we go. Let's get our lights on. And we'll take this to Tanya, the tomatoes. Let's close the back up. And then I'm hoping we can get ahead until the weather clears up a bit, because, yeah, there's not a lot. Like I said in the previous episode or the one before, the snow's great, and it does kind of put you in that position where I think you're kind of supposed to do things like forestry and the things you can't do, like your crop work and that kind of stuff. So you go down the route of, okay, what's next? But then if you're not a forestry person, if you're not into that, if it's not your thing, then what do you do? So it is just a case of let's get through, let's get into springtime, see what's going to be ready. They look a lot smaller. Oh, I suppose because I think that's really weird. It's because the snow's deeper. I suppose it's use some of it. So that's where we're at. While we're doing this, I know again we're kind of off narrative a little bit, but I got very excited the other day about the fact there was a second code that had come up for the Giants partner program, which meant I could use it, and it was a retail forward link, and that was so you could go through, and it gave you the option for console purchases as well, which means Giants are making it easier for you to find what you want, whether you're playing PC or you're playing console. You haven't got to necessarily search around the internet. You can go there, look at the links, pick the platform, pick whether you want digital or hard copy, go through. As it transpires, when I said about using my partner code at checkout, the partner code at checkout will still only work with PC from Giants. The partner code, I had a few people reach out to me and say the partner code's not working, there's no option to put it in for console. And then Kerminator, one of the coordinators, community coordinators, reached out to me this morning and said unfortunately they've been checking and it doesn't work. It is just a link to help people to sort out what it is they want. So unfortunately, all my excitement of finally getting to a point where, you know, it's a weird thing, and it's, you find yourself going down this route of how's the best way to put it? Proving your worth, I guess. It's that, not, you know, to Giants, and people say, well, why do you want to prove your worth to Giants? The thing about it is things like early access and that kind of stuff doesn't just happen. You know, you have to kind of work. It's a relationship backwards and forwards. I'm by no means a shill. I'm by no means, you know, I've said many times about stuff that I agree with, disagree with. I think a lot of YouTubers, depending on who you are, feel very strongly about certain things in certain ways. And But things like that, when trips come up or opportunities come up, if giants are running something, wherever it might be, you're more likely to be asked if, you know, if you stand out to them, if you're, you know, I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? But on console, it's never been the case. And I've been very much kind of, you know what, nothing I do about it, part of the program, okay. So when it got to that point, okay, finally. But also as well, it's that kind of, what is that? Snowdrift, by the looks. Yeah, little snowdrifts. How bizarre. I thought I'd bump over those, but it didn't make a lot of difference. Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing what I usually do. I'm just talking about things that are on my mind at the moment. We've got a few days to go till FarmCon. We are heading out. I don't know what I'm going to do this week. I've had such a busy weekend. I had a load of sort of chores, household chores that I've been putting off for a long time that needed doing, which I kind of cracked on with. Now apparently this house here on the left, and the car is gone. This is, I didn't know when I was first doing my searching around, that's Derek's house. And there was a car on the drive, which is now gone. Yeah, so it's a few days. I think we head out Thursday, and then we got a very early flight Friday. And again, I don't know, I'm going to try to put content out, which is going to be hard. I've got to try and back content up between now and then to put out while we're away. But then we'll be doing lots of filming, so there'll be lots of content when we get back. I know a lot of people like DJ and Pharmacop and that, they will actually be making content while they're there. They take laptops and microphone stands and headphones, and they'll record and then they'll edit almost immediately. But I have to say, I feel if you do that, you miss the experience of FarmCon. It's a difficult one to sort of wrap your head around, but I don't know. So I will try my best to sort of, I thought about maybe live streaming, but when we were at the last one at Deutzfahr, the Wi-Fi wasn't great and the reception wasn't great. So it will depend how it sort of pans out. But that, again, before people say, well, you know, it's alright, it's all well and good when Giants aren't paying for it. Myself and MrSealyp, she's coming with me. We've paid for it all ourselves. Flights, accommodation, everything. Transport. When we fly into Munich, we've then got a train from Munich to there. You know, it's all. I think all the YouTubers are. I don't think any YouTubers have been. Giants have paid for them to go this time. I think everyone's paying for themselves to go because it's become this community thing, you know. So I don't know. Like I say, I'm just this sort of first bit. I'm just heading out to see if we can find what's going on. So I was told in this woodland, which actually we were only just over here, weren't we, finding that gear the other day, which was just over here. So if I go to the map, so the woodland stretches technically from here. That's where he operates out of. The garage he doesn't tend to use as much now, and his home's up here. Apparently he was searching through here, and this is my fault. We were only saying in the last episode about why people in the town haven't found things. And I said Derek will pass on information, and he does. But they don't kind of go out exploring and finding things themselves. But because I've been doing it, I think Derek just felt, you know what, why not? Let's go out and let's have a look. Let's see what we can find. But probably just didn't pick the best weather for doing it. So I'm feeling rather guilty, to say the least. I don't know. International rescue. Or not international, but local rescue. I don't know where he's likely to be though. I'm assuming he's had an accident, he's had a crash, he's could be unconscious, could be trapped. I mean the temperature, let's check the weather as well. We are currently -26. Wind speed and direction -25, -23, -22, -21. This afternoon sun comes out, temperature comes back above freezing. And he's been out all night. If he's alive, it'll be a miracle. Snowdrifts galore. I have got, oh, I didn't have them on main beam. I was going to say, I've got my lights on, haven't I? So I've got to be careful. It's that thing of, I always find that fascinating. Things like Black Hawk Down and those sorts of things, you know, Lone Survivor, or, you know, I applaud and admire that philosophy that the American military have of never leave a man behind, that kind of thing. But I always find that thing fascinating, that a person gets injured, captured, whatever it might be, or a helicopter goes down with a crew on board, so they send people out to go and get them. But then the body count rises and rises and rises, so you've got that situation where to save or bring back people, you've lost so many more. But I 100% get why. It's a weird, it's that weird thing, isn't it? How you kind of, it's an incredible thing. It's incredibly heroic. It's incredibly brave. It's an awesome thing to do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So, and this is my worry, that I end up slipping down a hill, crashing into a rock, and then that? Hang on. What did I just see? Oh, there's his car. Has he crashed it? I'm wondering, you know. Slide. Tree or rocks. Wallop. Snow honks down. Blowing a gale. Snow drifts up over the vehicle. Yep. That's his car. Jammed up against the rocks this side. We've got to get him out. How do we get him out? Right, this is going to be some shoveling. Oh man, if only, oh, I should have bought the, what an idiot. I bought I bought a shovel to an excavator fight. What was I thinking? I should have bought the Roadrunner with the massive bucket. Mind you, I didn't know it was going to be a snowdrift. I didn't know what we were going to be looking at, did I? Do we get him out? Do I go back and get the Roadrunner? I mean, I could get much bigger shovel loads out the way in one go, couldn't I? Let's just see, because this is not going to help much, is it? But we might be able to at least get to a point where we can get him out. That's funny. There we go. Let's put that down on the edge. Come on. There we go. That's better. Going to take a while. Yeah, maybe I'm going to get it. Mind you, I don't know if I can get it because it's quite heavy, especially with the snow. It's slippy. It is that thing of, yes, it would be the better tool for the job, but will I be able to do anything about it? Let's see. Well, we can get into this bit. We need to get back in the warm as soon as possible. I know shoveling, probably doing this is better. At least with the, I'm warming up while I'm doing it. But if I was in the Roadrunner, I'd be in a cab. So again, yep. I just need to get to the door. If I can get to the door, we can get him out. We can worry about recovering the vehicle once the snow melts, and it'll, you know, we just need to get him out and get him to safety. That's all we need to do. I've grown very fond of the people around these parts. And to be fair, we wouldn't be anywhere without the help of Derek. That does make it sound quite mercenary, doesn't it? It's like, I'm only digging him out because he helps me. No, that's not true. Actually, that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. I know I could tilt the thing sideways. It's just quicker and easier doing it this way. No, pick more up. That's me saying that, and then what do I go and do? Keep that out of the way. There we go. Nearly there, nearly there. Can we get to it? Come on. Getting back for warm cocoa. Right, let's see what we can do. Shovelly Joe. Every day I'm shoveling. No? Just me. I remember when that song came out, blimey, people went nuts. I mean, I'd say it was very catchy. Can't see. I wonder if he's curled up in the back to stay warm. I can't. We've got to get him out. We got him. He is freezing. He is thready heartbeat. Yeah, slid down. I mean, look at that. He's just crunched into here. And then the snow just piled. I guess normally the snow would just pile up against the rocks, but because there was something else here, it piled up against that. And the driver's side door's up against the rocks. Because your initial reaction, I suppose anybody's initial reaction, is what you always do, is you go to get out. Of course, bang, you can't get out. Let's get him up. Let's get him into the pickup. Right, I'm going to take him to Miss Abigail. I don't have any medical supplies. I don't have anything I can help him with. But they'll be able to. Get him warm, get him sorted out. Fingers crossed. What I do not want to do now is end up in an accident. I wonder if I... Oh no, I can't, can I? So if I drive right the way across the back here, I can come into the back of the Barter and Trade Centre, Miss Abigail's domain, and Derek's Quick Fix. But the railway, I haven't actually checked that, have I, to see if the railway track runs, or the fencing of the railway runs all the way. If there's a crossing point anywhere over here, because if there is, that's becoming too weird an occurrence. I don't think there is there? I guess that's why that checkpoint was so effective where it is, because there's just no other way across. No, there isn't. Oh man. Automatic barriers still working. I wouldn't have expected that. Not the best time to get stuck at barriers. Right, let's go. I'm finding it quite surprising how many of the homes, I'm assuming a lot of the survivors we see wandering around the town are staying in these houses close to here, because there seem to be lights on all of these. Right, I'll drop him off. They'll take him wherever they need to take him, and I'm going to get back in the warm. I will see you later. Fingers crossed. Hashtag pray for Derek. It's late January. The snow has stopped for a time. Snow is due again at 1 o'clock this afternoon. I was really hoping it was going to clear. But good news, Derek is on the mend. A little bit of frost nip, not quite frostbite on the extremities, but he's doing well. He's resting up. We haven't been out to get his vehicle out. I was going to go out and try, and I thought, you know what, we'll just wait for the snow to melt. It'll be a lot easier to do it then. Even if the battery's flat on his car, we can sort that out. He can sort them in. He's the whiz. So anyway, I'm going to chat with Derek, make sure he's okay. I bought him some tomatoes to cheer him up, make some tomato soup or something like that. All is good. All is good. I made him some soup. We had a chat. Pot of coffee, warmed up nicely. Now, this was not my intention in any way, shape or form. I just went out to help a friend, but to thank me for saving his life, which potentially I put in jeopardy in the first place by putting crazy ideas in his head. He has now tipped me the wink to some more equipment, which I can go and have a look for. He's told me to go on foot, so that's what I'm going to do. We're going to head out. It's actually over behind where he operates out of. So I've looked. I mean, we've got to be getting to a point soon where we found everything. Oh no, I suppose we are. Am I going mad? I think I am. I thought I saw a flash of blue in amongst the. I thought, oh, toy. No. Yep. Definitely going mad. Definitely losing my eyesight. You know what suddenly strikes me? I didn't show you the yard. When I was last episode, when I said about it was like Steptoe and Sons, it was like a proper junkyard, and the snow started coming down. I didn't show you. Before Derek disappeared. I say disappeared. Couple of metal sheets, some posts, a couple of like just flat brackets, I guess, just welded at the bottom. Built a shelter to put the bales under. We had the straw bales there already, so I put the hay bales under. And then I thought I would tidy up and put some stuff in the shipping container. And it was just a kind of, I'll show you when we get back. It all kind of worked out really well. I keep saying that. It is working out really well. Now, something I was going to say, the residents, of which there are few, but there are some, and like I said, people come in and out and drift in and out from other areas, are talking about clearing the roadblocks and making it a town again. I'll be honest, in having the conversation and being part of the conversation was quite, that was nice. Lovely being part of the conversation. Feel like I'm part of the community. I've raised my concerns and my doubts with the idea, because when drifters and, like when I arrived, and raiding bands and militia groups or whatever, when they appear in town, everyone just disappears. They vanish into the woodwork. I'm assuming within their homes they've got little hidey holes. I'm trying to think what they were called in the UK. Priest holes. It was a priest hole, wasn't it? And it would be in churches and manor houses and places like that. It would be a bolt hole somewhere people could hide. And if you tidy the town up, when people come here, they will realise, they will know it's a town, it's a township, and that people are hiding. At least like this, and it is a bit of a mess, and it is a lot of stuff everywhere, it has that feeling that this is kind of how it was left. If everything gets tidied and we drag the vehicles out the way and we, I don't know, take them to a junkyard, put them in a pile somewhere, it doesn't matter, line them up in a field, whatever, there's a risk then of exposing the fact that you're here, So anyway, Derek has said, out to the double building, past the red car. How many times have we been just here? I mean, literally just here. And we went down and we got the Roadrunner, didn't we? Just past there. What have I missed then? It's getting bad now. I'm getting drip-fed information. I was asking about information the other day. I was being blackmailed. I'm not going to lie. I'm just having a look. What can we see? So MrSealyp just came in to ask me a couple of questions, and I thought I'd seen something there through there. Is that the missing piece of the puzzle? Is that, I say the missing piece, the missing link? That's potatoes, isn't it? We found a sugar beet one, didn't we? That's potatoes. Have we got everything now? We've got a trailed harvester. We've got the little harvester, but that apparently does all sorts of crops. We've got sugar beet, which we did put in the ground. Did I put potatoes in as well? I think I did potatoes first, didn't I? Okay. Mind you though, he said to me to go on foot, which I can't pull that on foot, so I'm assuming there's going to be... Yeah, we haven't been anywhere out here, have we? Yeah, we got to... I suppose because I stopped searching. I did that rookie mistake, found the Roadrunner over there, was so excited about finding the Roadrunner, I just didn't look any further. And it was literally from there to here. Didn't look any further. Don't look any further. Was that was it Heather Smalls? Was that? No. Oh, maybe, I don't know. I can hear the voice, I can hear the song. Oh, I don't know. Seems a bit strange though. The problem is I don't want to sort of turn back and think, right, I'll head back because I haven't found anything, because it could be like it was just then. It could be just up there. It could be just in the bushes here. I don't know. It does make you wonder when you keep finding things in... I mean, some of the things have been in barns, some things have been in fields. Harvesters have been where you assume they were just harvesting when whatever happened. other bits of equipment like that, the potato harvester. What else did we find? Oh yeah, the trail behind harvester that were in amongst trees. How do they end up there? I've always wondered that. When I think I took a picture, how long ago was it now? When I was up in the Lake District and I'd driven past this thing. Oh my, and we've been going up since we got married, since our honeymoon, which is what, 29 years this year. We drove past this thing, and it's on quite a busy road, and I never saw a lay-by or anything. And I kept saying to MrSealyp, I've got to stop and take a photo, I've got to stop and take a photo. So finally I did. And it was this old, I think it was a class, was it? I'm trying to think what it was. This harvester, just like this, in amongst the trees, just basically kind of rusting away. And it always fascinated me, but I could never understand why there. Unless it was just, it was no good to the farmer, as in an operational bit, could use it for parts but didn't want it in the yard, had that bit of land. And I suppose for a lot of farmers, if they've got a lot of farm and they might have a small area with some trees on, which they can't plant on, they don't want to do anything with. I mean, you can have pigs and stuff, but if you're not a pig farm, you're not going to do that. So I suppose it's the perfect dumping ground for old bits of equipment. I guess that's probably why, isn't it? Yeah, that's I'll answer my own question. There we go. I don't know what I'm looking for. Just keep looking. I could walk straight past whatever I'm looking for. Oh. Oh, walk straight into it. Didn't even see it. Oh, look at that. I want one with a cab. Is that too much to ask? It's cold. I want a tractor with a cab. Oh, that's. Oh, will that hook up to that? Has that just got a hitch, or has that got a 3-point? Oh, I don't know if that. Oh, I don't know if it would hook up. Oh, look at it. Come on. Bit more choke. Give it some beans. Oh, listen to it. I don't think it's going to hook up to this, is it? Well, maybe it will. These are normally trail behind, aren't they? Not 3-point. I can't remember now. The sugar beet one was. Oh no, it's a hitch. Oh, squeaky brakes. Get a bit of the old WD-40 on them, we'll be fine, sorted. Grease them up a little bit. I need to get that away from the trees somehow. Come this from a different angle. Oh, I do like it though. I do like it. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's got a tight turning on it. Oh, it sounds gorgeous. I mean, it's not fast. Oh yeah, bottom right, potatoes, look. Oh, happy as a pig in snow. Look at that. Rolling coal, people. We've got quite a little farm, haven't we? I mean, we can't go anywhere particularly fast. It might take us a week to plough a field, but you know. Let's be honest, I suppose when you look at it, you've got hand tools. So you can dig up the ground by hand, turn the ground, and you can plant potatoes. You can plant potatoes inside a tyre. You know, whatever you want to do. You can plant potatoes wherever you like. You can do it by hand. You move from that to using horse-drawn or animal-drawn equipment, which speeds up that process, takes the pressure off the person. Then you move on to this sort of thing. And like I say, you might have a plough that's a metre wide, or not even that. And you think it could take you a week to plough a field. Not a week, you know, maybe a couple of days, whatever it might be. Plus a couple of days to plough an entire field, as opposed to by hand, it might take you a week, or it might take you 15, 20 people to take the same amount of time. So it is an evolution. It is, you know, whilst it's like, oh, look at it, it's so slow, it's so this, but This was modern technology back in the day, you know. It's that crazy thing when you look at. Oh, I was watching Millennial Farmer yesterday, and he was at where was he? But he was at John Deere, and they were looking at autonomous systems, and not just the autonomous tractors. We're talking like the Trimble systems, like a GPS, like a system that you plug into your tractor, which then will guide your tractor. This is autonomous, but can be bolted in to your existing tractor. I think it was from 8Rs up, and if you buy a new John Deere, it can come autonomous prepared, which makes it far quicker to install. 6 cameras around the top of the cab, and it can be run from your phone. As you can get images from the 6 cameras, but the 6 cameras are constantly monitoring and picking up stuff. There was one for I haven't finished watching the video. There was one for the seeders, and it was a furrow monitoring system, and they're working on, hopefully by, I think they've got this 2030 vision that they're looking. That's not 2020 vision, like looking forward to 2030. That you'll be able to adjust the height from in cab of your planter. There was, anyway, the cool thing was the tractor's sitting there and it's idling over, lights are flashing, and then when you walk towards it, the tractor registers that there's a person nearby and will stop any potential operation, and it comes up on the phone saying, you know, and this is not, like I say, this is not a cabless autonomous, this is a normal tractor that's just been. It was mind-boggling. I mean, there was something else I watched recently. Again, we are moving rapidly into the future. So when you look at that technology, autonomous tractors, this, what I'm on now, back in the day, was that. This was modern technology. This was that, whoa, this is going to save us so much time. This is going to be so much easier. Think how much more we can pull. Think of the weight we can tow. Think, you know, it's... And let's be honest, it's pretty too. It looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, maybe a cushion in the seat. Mind you, they were sprung, weren't they? I'm going to get this back. I'll be honest, when you say like a favour for a favour, I honestly... Yeah. This is mind-blowing, isn't it? All that has to do is save a person's life. So there's far more to it. If you haven't seen it and you don't watch Millennial Farmer, have a look. It's mind-boggling and brilliant, but they're trying to iron out lots of problems with it at the moment. Because obviously it's got to learn. It's, you know, you think about AI now and learning computers and that kind of thing. They will teach it certain things, because they were driving along. It was a very dusty day and they were cultivating, and all of a sudden the brakes just jammed on. They both got thrown forward in the seat, because you can put a thing in saying you're a passenger, so you're just sat there. It will still run autonomously, but the tractor is aware that there's someone on board. It's terrifying stuff, as well as being super cool. Suddenly, boom, brakes jam on, and it was registering an obstacle, and the obstacle was the dust, because the dust was so thick and the dust was blowing across. The cameras were picking it up as being an obstacle. They said they had the same thing they were trying to do cultivating, and the weeds had grown to about 3 feet tall, and the system kept viewing it as an impassable barrier, so they had to teach it that it was weeds. Now when you look 3 feet, you're thinking you've got 3 foot weed, you might have a child on a farm, goes out to play in the field while the tractor's operating. 3 foot. So how does it differentiate between a 3 foot child and 3 foot weed? You know, there's all these things they're trying to iron out, and they're trying to solve these problems, and they've got these things running on farms like all the time now, and they're finding all these things. Like I've said before about mods and maps and the new version of the game or whatever it might be. It's all well and good doing all the programming in the world, preparing everything and thinking you've covered every angle, until it gets out into the field, until it gets into the hands of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. That's when it will encounter situations you never foresaw, situations that didn't cross your mind. I've said that many times before when I've been doing something and someone will message say, why didn't you do blah blah blah? And you know what, that didn't cross my mind at all. It wouldn't have done either, because everyone looks at things and thinks about things differently. So I find that all fascinating, and it is that, I don't know, we are heading rapidly towards Yeah. Cyberdyne systems. When it becomes self-aware tractors that decide, no, I don't want to get up today. It's too early. It's too cold. It's too wet. Anyway. So I need to find homes for everything, but I'm going to show you the bits and bobs I've done, and hopefully, I say hopefully, next time I see you the snow will have melted. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I love that. I'm wondering, what if we get a cab put on? Did I say that before? A cab put on that maybe. But anyway, yes, tidying up. You obviously, did you see? Yes, probably. I went and got some more logs. I've got some more tomatoes to take. I'm going to take those to Miss Abigail because Cletus came out and warned me and told me about Derek. So I think, you know what, I'm going to take him some tomatoes. We have got some more firewood because I did put some more lumber in. So that's chugging away now. And we'll take a load of that as well. I'm going to spread that around, a little bit to Tanya, a little bit to Miss Abigail, and then they can disseminate it out as they wish. But yeah, what I've been doing is trying to tidy up. Because I had stuff, I had stuff all over the place. The lime was out, the snow was honking down. I just moved the, oh, that's probably full of snow actually, is it? Oh no, I thought it might be, that's alright, that's good. Wheelbarrow there. I bought these over, so we've got the plough and the little cultivator that were over there in the long, tall Sally, in the weeds. Bought over the muck spreader. Just shuffled this around. So this is what we built. So like I say, just some posts, some squared off posts, metal sheet roof. So the lime's gone underneath out here, the little tractor has. Our cedar and planters come under here. And then we had the straw bales at the back of the container anyway. And that actually fitted pretty much right. Couldn't have been a better height. And then the hay bales that we had on the trailer are there. Actually, they look like they've moved. Have they been walking? A little bit. It's alright. And then if we come round here in the container, look, they're shivering, poor things. I went and got one of the seeds from over at the main garage that we found in that little garage. I bought one over. I'm gonna have to go back and get another one. So yeah, I've lined my stuff up down the side there, tied it up, and I bought the mower inside. It was the things that were open. It's difficult. I tried to put the Massey under the tree because things that just have exposed seats. I know it's metal, you can just brush it all off, can't you? You can put a pad on it or something. But I just thought, rather than them be really exposed, I suppose that's the same. Hasn't even got. I wonder if we can get a top for that. Just something plastic. If we just got a big sheet of plastic and heated it with something, we could just bend the plastic just to sort of mould it, I guess. But anyway, yeah. So bit of tidying, and we just need to get out of this weather. I think we're good. As you can hear. Yeah, we're good for feeding here at the moment as well. So chicks and ducklings, everything's still happy, and we've got, I showed this, I don't think we've got any more. Have we got some more? Possibly a little bit more. $16 pieces of eggs. Whatever that means. So, yeah, I think I'm going to end this one here. Let's be honest, we've done a good deed. We've saved a life. We've gone and got some more equipment. We dug out a bit of snow. We delivered some tomatoes, and then I want to get to some harvesting. I want to harvest our ground. I was thinking about when we first arrived how we're going to secure ourselves. I was working out ways we could go and get concrete, and we could bring over and put like a big concrete wall round. But we're not. I think had it been a different type of apocalypse, if it was a zombie type thing, potentially, the best form of defence, I suppose, is hiding, is people not knowing you're there. Because as soon as I start putting concrete barriers around and barbed wire fences and digging pits and stuff like that, again, the same as I said within the town, it will be obvious there's something here that you don't want people to get to. And as soon as you do that, people want to get to it. It's like, what's inside there? If someone's put up a wall and put up fencing, there's a reason, so we want to get in there. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between what I want to do. I want to go in and have a hot beverage to warm my cockles, and I'll see you in the next one. Like I say, hopefully a bit of a bit of harvesting. Maybe we can get on to doing a little bit of that. And I think we might have to try and clear a bit of that land. Maybe put a larger. I don't want to put a large barn up. Maybe. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.